Ohio. So what's going on? What's going on? I mean, Super Bowl.
Yeah, did you do anything?
The Super Bowl came and went.
That was boring.
I have to admit, I did not watch it.
You didn't watch it?
I did not watch it.
Yeah, you didn't miss a lot.
I did not watch, and I guess normally I would watch it for.
It was all in
North
and South Carolina versus the Denver defense, and the Denver defense won. The Denver defense weekend at Bernie's Peyton Manning's ass over the fucking goal line multiple times.
Man, is he done now? Finally,
he fucking needs to be, because he was useless. He literally scored 2 touchdowns in the entire playoffs.
Well, wasn't there
all of the playoffs?
Wow.
2 touchdowns.
Wasn't there a big? Well, he's the field general. I guess that's something. I mean, it says something. I mean, they still won the Super Bowl.
He's not really getting yards and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, not as a quarterback.
The reason they won is because defenses win championships, and this is one of the best defenses of all time that the Broncos happen to put together this year.
There you go. Now, all of that said, I'm much more interested in their take on the TV spots, the commercials.
Okay.
I did not watch, and I got to be honest with you, I went to YouTube and I tried to find, top 10 commercials at this year's Super Bowl. And I got to say, I'm not even sure that those were actually Super Bowl commercials, because I didn't see the...
Well, we'll talk about them. I'll layer them in here.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Bits of them. We'll probably make it all the way through. The one that got the biggest guttural reaction out of the group I was at at Phil and Kia's house, and we had some other fantasy football guys over, and we were just having it was a younger crowd. We were
Sure.
The one that got the biggest reaction was the Ryan Reynolds, everybody in the town's Ryan Reynolds. And at the end it goes, population yes.
What was...
I don't know. I don't remember what they were selling in the slightest. I think it was a car commercial or something like that.
That's what happened.
One lady driving a car, and everybody's Ryan Reynolds in that town.
Wow.
And it got, from the guys and girls alike, everybody in my party went, that hurt. That hurt. Oh. Sometimes you get a boner too fast.
What? Mike. Come here.
What's up?
That's what you're talking about? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, God. Bikini, man. Change channel.
What is the problem? What?
Stop jerking off. So every time even something slightly sexual happens around me, just instant boner. I can't control it.
Oh my God, you stopped jerking off?
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm so sorry, man.
Too sexual.
What?
2. No, don't.
1. No, wait.
Stop it.
No,
it's not funny. It's not funny.
Come here.
Oh, God.
Oh my God. That was so fucking awesome. I'm doing that again when he wakes up.
Other people liked it. I thought it was stupid, the baby puppy monkey.
See, I was, on it. There was an explosion on Facebook about people hating that commercial. I have not seen it yet.
It's very visceral, for sure. It's one of those that's so weird. They're just trying hard to be weird, right?
Yeah.
Because it's for Mountain Dew Kickstarter.
Oh, Mountain Dew.
Yeah, and it's just fucking weird, man.
I say the one that I did see that I actually really enjoyed, and I hope it was actually aired during the Super Bowl, was the Shock Top one, where they're in the bar and the Shock Top,
was talking to TJ Miller.
Is talking to TJ Miller. I have a theory that was not scripted.
It wasn't.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
It's not from the Super Bowl that released about a week or so before the Super Bowl. But you can tell it's a Super Bowl commercial. They just put it out a little bit. But I want to know who the comedian is riffing with.
No doubt, right?
Because TJ Miller's fucking fast, by the way.
Keeping up with him.
He's in Deadpool. He plays Weasel, Deadpool's best friend, quote-unquote best friend. And, Ryan Reynolds can barely keep up with him. And Ryan Reynolds, if you don't know, could be the best. If he didn't look like that, he would probably be the best stand-up on the market. He'd be Louis C.K.
That would be interesting. That would be super interesting to see him do stand-up.
But he looks like that, so they can put him in movies.
Oh yeah, well he's super beautiful, but yeah, he's quick.
He's really quick.
That kind of segues kind of naturally into Friday, tomorrow. As of this airs, Deadpool will have come out.
Wasn't there like midnight showings tonight?
Probably. So, what did we think? I think we could call it right now. We loved it, right? It's all about the peace.
I'll just look at that instead of the lens.
Well, you know.
Hey, let's talk about Deadpool.
Holy shit!
So, full disclosure, we watched it yesterday. I watched it yesterday and the day before.
You watched it twice already.
But I just deleted the conversation we had in the show about it because we just were saying stuff about a movie we hadn't seen yet.
And now we've seen it.
Now we've seen it.
And everything that we speculated upon was true.
What did we speculate upon?
That it was going to be awesome.
It was awesome.
It was indeed awesome.
Was it the best movie I've ever seen? Probably not.
Probably not.
But it was very, very funny. And the action sequences were good.
It was everything that we kind of wanted it to be.
Yes.
It's everything that a Deadpool movie should be.
It was able to hold a hard R and use all of that R. I saw vagina, like straight vagina.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
That movie.
In that strip club scene. For sure. There's a strip club scene. Sorry, spoiler. My bad.
And yet I feel like it would appeal to like kind of a lot of people. It wasn't like super specific, just people who know Deadpool.
Yeah, for sure. Here's what that movie did. It proved to Hollywood that you can make a hard R and still make an ass ton of money.
No, it didn't.
If you stay true to the source material.
Yes.
And that's the problem. They're going to learn all of these. They're going to take from
what
that
they
success.
Should have learned is what you just said.
Yes. Well, of course, they're gonna learn all of the wrong things, and they're gonna be all like, "Well, all we have to do is say cock a lot, and talk about vaginas, and break the fourth wall, and we'll make lots of money." No, that's not. It's not exactly what happened. Okay.
It's not even remotely what happened.
You have a sort of a force on screen. Ryan Reynolds did an amazing job. He is, I mean, let's be honest, he's probably the only person I can think of in Hollywood that could actually pull that role off.
The physicality plus the personality.
Absolutely true. I mean, and what you had there was sort of the perfect storm of a production team that loved the source material, loved the character. Didn't matter that the budget came in short as far as they were concerned. They made that shit work because they were true to the character. And to what that into that source material.
It was such a love letter from fans. The whole movie was made by fans. It was such a love letter from fans that the director. This is the first movie he's ever directed, and the stuff. His regular job is he is an animation coordinator for a CGI studio called Blur.
And actually, that makes perfect sense when you consider the kind of action that went on there, the CG.
And of course, his animation studio also did all this.
Of course, why not? The CG was pretty fucking good. I mean,
they're a video game studio. That's where they came from. Originally, they made video games, and the first video game was called Blur. It was a racing game. It was like a Mario Kart clone, but it was with real cards, and it wasn't a great game, but it looked really good. And the cinematic stuff they did for it was amazing. So other companies were like, hey, do you want to do cinematics for us? So now they just do video game cinematics and CG. They literally don't make video games.
That's anymore. Perfect. That's perfect. And what I feel like that movie. It was actually pretty, how can we put this, intimate, really. It
was a small story.
Yeah.
It wasn't, see, that's a fundamental problem. They keep trying to do like bigger and bigger stories.
Exactly.
X-Men Apocalypse coming up is a good example of it. It's literally a world-ending story involving a couple dozen characters.
Right? I mean, it's like pack more characters in. Do more things, see more stuff, and more fans will come to it because there's more. Not really, no. This was about a dude, Wade Wilson, dealing with some shit, making some poor choices, and becoming kind of super. Yeah. Is he a hero?
Probably not.
Probably not. But he's fine with that.
Yeah.
That's the point. He's fine with it. And he's struggling with that shit too. So, and relatively small cast. I mean, really, when you think about it, relatively small cast. Not to say
of importance was
not to say they didn't have big set pieces. They certainly, they went with some big set pieces.
No, they did, but they had two big set pieces.
Exactly.
Two.
Exactly.
They used their money very, very wisely.
Exactly. And used the shit out of that stuff too, and did it all very, very well. So
framed and wrote the movie in a way, like all the prequel stuff they did within flashbacks within the first set piece, so that they never had to leave that set piece, so that they could really milk the shit out of that.
Absolutely. So I can pretty enthusiastically give it 2 big fuck yes.
Oh, can we stop down? I gotta shit my fucking...
We're gonna pause, because Mike has to poo.
Oh, and I don't want to do it on... I mean, I do want to do it on camera, but you don't want me to do it on camera.
How is your sphincter?
Is it recording?
Yes.
I'm glad I went when I did, because that was a photo finish, man. Turn that on.
Close one.
That was true.
Woo!
You ever have that? Just like, oh, time to poop.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is a human thing. And then there's most definitely a fat guy thing. Without a doubt.
What does that mean?
That means that as a fat guy,
okay,
sometimes
I feel like I'm about to hear the birds and the hamburgers. Or hamburgers and the bees. How can I go like that?
Hamburgers and the beans.
Bees.
But so it's a fat guy joke. So
you're a fat guy joke.
Fat guys and beans and hamburgers and.
Okay, pardon the audio.
Russell, sphincter Russell.
Okay, you were gonna say something.
Okay, no, it's just that sometimes that taking a dump just sneaks up on us. So it's like you're totally fine, and then suddenly it's like, whoop.
That's why they make Depends XL.
XL. Yeah. Depends XL. Hope everything came out okay. Whew. I've been waiting for you to get back so I could use that joke.
Okay, so I want to talk about Rocket Jump.
Oh! Okay, yeah, talk about that.
You know Rocket Jump.
I've heard of it.
They just got done with their Hulu show. Rocket Jump on Hulu.
They got a Hulu
Basically,
show.
where they did it was a cool show. Go watch it on Hulu if you have Hulu. I would recommend it to anybody. Where it was basically they make Rocket Jump as a company makes shorts for the internet, short videos for the internet, and when they were given a Hulu show, they didn't necessarily know what to do, but they didn't want to alter too much from what they already did, so they basically just did that. So the second half of all the shows is just a short, the just really high quality, high budget short. And the first part of the show is the making of, where they show you the process they went through, trials and tribulations of each individual one. It was very interesting. And those were wildly successful. But that show is over now. And they had a writing staff and a bunch of stuff that they didn't know what to do with. So they just hired on a bunch of those people, and every 2 weeks they're making more shorts.
Wow.
They're called
So how many episodes did they get on Hulu?
I think they got 8.
They got 8 episodes, and then it's done. They're just done.
Maybe there's a second season now.
So they have not yet been given a green light on the second season. So at a certain hiatus.
I have not heard.
And okay, I was just curious. It's like, wow, they give you a show and then they just pull it away from you after 8 shows, and I was just like, wow, okay. But no, that may not necessarily be the case. You're saying?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know.
All right, interesting.
I know based on their process, they shot it well ahead of time, so they probably didn't know how the show was going to do, and they just greenlit them for 8 episodes initially.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But they, the shorts that they're coming out with aren't anywhere near as high budget or high production value.
They ain't got no Hulu money behind these.
They ain't got Hulu money behind this one. But they're still really good. Like, this past one was a play on Are You Afraid of the Dark? Mm-hmm. The old TV show Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was a bunch of people sitting around the campfire, and they throw the thing in, and sparks come up and fire. But the whole twist was it's all about Jimmy Wong accidentally catching his parents fucking on their kitchen table. And everybody else is like, that's not scary. You should be happy your parents still love each other.
No, that shit's scary right there. That shit's frightening is what that is. Hey.
Hey.
What's going on?
How much?
What's wrong with you?
I saw my parents having sex.
Oh, man. That happened to me once when I was like 9. Scarred me. But what's the problem? I mean, it's a natural thing, right?
No, I know, and I'm happy they're happy, but I feel bad about taping it.
What?
But we are kind of making a lot of money off the tape.
When you were young, you watched Full House?
I did.
Have you been keeping up with the Fuller House?
Yes,
the
Fuller
Netflix,
House, the Netflix original show that is a sequel/reboot to the original show that is starring all of the original daughters minus the Olsen twins.
Yes.
And Kimmy Gibbler is in that show, I guess.
Yes. Did you watch this latest trailer?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
I watched it just before I came over here, so we had something to talk about.
I'll watch the pilot episode. I'll watch the first episode when it comes out because it's on fucking Netflix.
Because you kind of have to. Yeah, right.
But how bad does it look?
Oh my God, it's going to be horrible. But the whole world's going to watch it.
Yeah.
It's going to be awful. But the whole world. In a world where Red Fox died long ago, and Demond Wilson said, "Fuck no. There is Sanford and Son 2. Sanford and Son 2. Mike. JQ, Mike.
I'm literally not doing this.
What? We just do the sketch. Sanford and Son 2, you come out.
I'm not doing this bit. It's racist.
It is not racist.
You have me in blackface.
How is that racist, Mike?
How is blackface racist?
Yeah, how is blackface racist?
Dude, I don't have time to explain this to you. I will show you.
There is nothing wrong with that. There's a historic. Come on, man.
It's gonna offend a lot of people, and I don't want to do it.
Mike, you're an American. Just get out there and do this, man.
I don't even know what that means.
You know, being funny all the time, it's fucking hard.
Well, I mean, not for me.
So, you wanna? How's the applications going?
So I've been
check this out.
Putting in applications. I don't mean to abandon all 2 of you that are watching this right now. And yes, I am talking to Amy. Hi, honey. But I've been putting in applications at production companies because I've been doing this for. God, I've been doing sketches for 3 years.
Yeah.
But on the inside was 4 years ago.
3 years of non-stop weekly content is pretty amazing.
Content creation.
That is pretty amazing.
And I have all of this money and success and fame and respect from my peers.
He gets to hang out with me every week.
You don't even respect me. What the fuck's
I almost respected you once.
Chad!
Yeah?
Oh my God.
What?
I just saved a puppy from a burning building.
You saved a puppy?
Yeah.
From a burning building?
Yeah, man.
You ran into the burning building to save something?
I did.
A living thing? Mike, I don't know what to say. I'm so proud of you right now.
Thank you. I am too.
It's really amazing,
it was
buddy.
so cute and it was so helpless. And it was burned, right? And as I was taking it out, God, it smelled so tasty. I just couldn't help it.
But tell them what you applied for.
Scissor kick you through a glass window.
Tell them what you applied for.
I applied for an editor position at Rooster Teeth. I've actually applied at a few other smaller companies.
Good.
And now I'm going to be applying
this
for a short form narrative position at the company too.
A writer of funny shit.
Yeah. Basically, the job I do now, only hopefully it'll be funny.
Well, yeah, that's the one. That's the one caveat, right? It's like, oh, a writer for. Oh, it's got to be funny. Oh.
Okay, so here's the thing. I put in for the editor position about 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. I haven't heard back yet. I am not really surprised I haven't heard. There's the logical part of me that's not surprised I haven't heard back yet. A company of that size with that many fans, I can only imagine, especially since the fans have a creative mindset.
Right.
The average fan, they haven't have a creative mindset. I can only imagine how much stuff they have to go wait.
Really, probably thousands of applications.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will admit, I feel good about my application. Do I feel like I'm the most talented editor in the world? Absolutely not. However, I do feel like I have a lot of experience in doing it, especially on a budget time crunch standpoint.
Yep, for sure.
But this short form narrative, basically, they're just looking for somebody to make sketches for the company.
Of which you've been doing one a week for 3 fucking years, not to mention the other shows that we've done
and
that you were involved with.
In 3 years, I've missed 4 weeks. One because I was in the hospital, one when my stepmother passed away, one on my wedding.
Right, and that's like 4 episodes. I mean, I could miss like 4 days of work every week.
And he does.
I do. Oops.
Dorothy's gonna watch this. Oh shit! At least I'm not alone now. Every time I go over to Dorothy's during the middle of the day, I just hear music blaring, and then she's like hopping around. I'm like, "There's no way you were editing. There's no way you were just editing."
Hey, everybody's process is different.
Hey, Chad.
Huh?
What you working on, man?
That new burger spot for Happy Time.
That is a lot of midget porn.
It's part of my process.
Okay. Oh, I don't even remember anything.
we're talking about process, but that's okay because you're going to be a writer. You're going to be a writer for Rooster Teeth.
The job description. First off, I got this. I have a profile on the Rooster Teeth fan site because I fucking love everything they do, and I will not hide that. I don't.
He does. He loves it.
And I check the career section pretty regularly just to see And I'm not.
You should.
Stupid. I'm not stupid. I don't apply for everything because I'm not going to lie and say that I'm a perfect sound guy.
Right.
Because holy shit, I'm not.
Yeah.
But the things that I feel like I would be qualified for, and this is only recently because I feel like my resume is finally to a point where I am qualified.
You feel comfortable now applying for some of that stuff, and that's the important part.
No, here's what I feel comfortable competing with college graduate kids,
right?
Who went to college for this. I feel competing with.
Well, I could say this: if for a company like that to hire someone who went to college to become an editor is a poor idea. You don't want that kid. You don't want that kid working for a YouTube studio. You don't. Oh. No,
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah. But when this narrator, my brother sent me the job link. This is what I'm getting to.
Yes.
And reading through it, it says somebody who has a history in writing short form comedic narrative, who is able to put it together on a deadline, works well with others in a collaborative setting. Don't use it. Don't you even start with it.
Just about got punched right there, people. Closest I've ever come to getting punched in the face by Mike, right there.
I'll take a lot, but I'm not gonna take you or Dorothy not saying I don't work well with others. I think I've taken a lot of bullshit.
Indeed. Sorry, Mike.
But everything they asked for in the job description, I feel like I've hit my 10,000 hours. Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours.
There you go.
I really feel like I've done it, and I've been since I put it in day one, I'm like, you know what? There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people that put in for this job.
It's true.
I'm not going to get my hopes up. I got my hopes up so goddamn hard. You ever done that to yourself?
God, yes.
Like as an adult, like where you're just like, you know what? I'm not going to get excited about this. I'm just going to treat it like an adult. I'm like, I want it so bad.
I just want him to like me. I just want him. No, I totally. It's just exactly the way it is.
I'm literally not good at anything. Okay, I suck. I have no idea how to do my own taxes. I couldn't tell you for anything how to rewire a house. My God, if you asked me to take apart an engine block and put it back together, I wouldn't even get it taken apart.
Bloody knuckles, right there.
The only things I know how to do is this fucking tiny comedy sketch editing hosting thing that I've put together a skill set. Like that, this is it, man. This is all I got. And I just want to feel like I'm doing it, you know? And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's not a lot of career growth in Lincoln.
Lincoln is not sort of a mecca for the creative arts in entertainment, for true. So, but we're here and we're changing that.
We're trying really hard here.
We're changing it right here with this show right here that you're watching. All three of you. Thanks, honey.
I don't know if this show is the thing to identify as This is more cathartic.
That had to feel good just to get that stuff out, man.
It really did. Honestly, I've been really depressed about it because this is the thing I've wanted most in the world ever. Mm-hmm. Being in a position. When I first started this, I started it because I didn't like what other people in Lincoln were making, mm-hmm. and I wanted to make comedy things. Nobody was making comedy in this town, by the way. Nobody was making comedy around here.
Comedy's hard.
I wanted to make comedy, so I just started making my own things. And then I found out, hey, I'm pretty good at making my own things. I'm pretty good at that. And then I started working with Chad and Dorothy, and I found out, hey, I can work pretty well with others in a comedy setting. And then later on, I learned in more of a dramatic setting as well.
Absolutely.
As I developed skills and as I developed knowledge in it, I felt better and better and better. And now I am to a point where I know nothing else in the world, and I need for this to finally land. I need it to work.
Right. Well, it's kind of it's your time to do something drastic, you know, and just to see if it works. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're there.
But honestly, right? I feel like I'm doing something drastic for multiple people. I'm not doing it just for me.
Oh, for true. I mean, you've done something. I mean, with your own particular life, you've done something drastic. You did something drastic 4 years ago, or whenever it was, when you decided that this is what you were going to concentrate on. Mm-hmm. That you weren't going to worry about, you know, a 9-to-5 gig and the regular paycheck and the insurance and all that kind of shit. You just went all in on this stuff. I mean, that's a big risk right there. But then, to take it to the next level, to like, it's time to be specific about what I want to do, and reach out and see if I can work with other people outside of the community that I'm with. I'm not going to say who.
I'm not going to point anybody out. But I was literally called a failure not too long ago because I don't make a lot of money doing what I do. And it's not from a source that I trust or even take much stock in. But the fact that is something out there that people think.
Oh yeah, that shit still hurts.
Is because it's not that person's opinion I care about. It's that person's close enough to make me think that maybe other people close think that too. Mm-hmm. And I don't see myself as a failure at all. But I can't do anything else. I literally can't do anything else. I need this to work. And if it's here or if it's somewhere else, I'm going to make this work. And I'm just fucking tired of it not working out.
Word.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I blacked out. What happened?
Nothing. That was the funniest thing you've said in like an hour.
Oh, good.
That was hilarious.
Oh, good. I was afraid the serious Michael was here.
You were so intense and focused on that hilarity that you. I mean, I think there was oxygen deprivation. Do you even remember what you were talking about?
My nose is bleeding. Was Serious Michael talking about market research?
Never.
He does that occasionally.
That would never happen.
Oh, God.
That was the funniest shit ever. You were hilarious.
Woo!
You said something about buttholes and
buttholes,
and you talked about an erect penis.
Yeah, erect penis.
Man, and you said you said something about a loose vagina. I mean,
my God, I love loose vaginas.
It was crazy funny.
Hot dogs in hallways, buddy. That's
hot dogs.
That's
what we got to call this episode. Hot dogs in hallways.
I'll get a hot dog. Give me the hallway.
Is that a fat joke?
That means I'm in you, bitch.